alongside Game of War. This is Slaggy. We have recently launched a new core recipe tool which we are very excited about, so I wanted to show you a brief overview of how it works. Cores and pieces are incredibly powerful in Game of War, but there are so many possible combinations that it can be very difficult to find the best recipes. This tool should help significantly with that. You simply provide a few guidelines about what you are looking for, and it looks through all the available cores and pieces and recommends the ones with the very best boosts. For an overview of how to actually assemble core gear, see our video guide called How to Craft Core Gear, which can be found from the guides menu here. So, looking at the tool, if you're familiar with our standard gear tool, then this format should be familiar to you, but if not, here is a quick overview. This tool ranks gear based on the overall combat boosts. The combat boosts are added up and then weighted based on how effective these combat boosts are. At the top here you can see the different tiers of combat boosts. Troop attack, for example, is the most effective in a tier 1 boost. Trap and siege boosts are the least effective in a tier 4 boost. In theory, this should give you a way of comparing the relative effectiveness of different core recipes. It's important to note that different boosts are useful in different circumstances, so to accommodate for this they've been split into 3 tabs. The first tab is for attacking. Generally when attacking you want to attack with one troop type. As such, the cores in this list value 50% cavalry attack higher than 30% troop attack, for example. When defending, you generally defend with a balanced army. On this tab, 30% troop boost is better than 50% cavalry attack, for example. The Suicide tab is for attacking very large targets and is not applicable to most players. If your opponent has over 20 times the number of troops as you, then the relative importance of boost changes and this tab reflects that. Just above the tabs, we have a series of filters that should help you find the cores most useful to you. The level filter lets you filter by different core levels based on the research you have completed. It's between levels 1 and 6. And unlike regular gear, core gear has different boosts for regular troops versus strategic troops, so you can choose that here. And the final one, you can focus on a specific troop type. So say for example that we have done enough research to enable us to craft level 5 cores, and we're particularly interested in building a core that optimizes strategic infantry. So we set these, we click on go, and here we have the results. So the cores are split into different slots. We have the best accessories, feet, armor, etc. And it's important to note that whilst these boosts are weighted, they can be compared directly to each other. So just to reiterate how these are calculated, the total combat boosts for this item are all added together and then weighted based on the relative effectiveness. So as we scroll down the list, we can see that whilst the best accessory to maximize strategic infantry is this conjoined parasitic core, it is significantly worse than this prosthetic leg. And then looking at all of them, we can see that this prosthetic leg is by far the best core to maximize strategic infantry available to us at a core level of 5. So it may be that we have now decided that in order to maximize strategic infantry that we're going to start with a level 5 prosthetic leg core. And having done that, we now need to find the best pieces to go into that core. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see the best pieces for strategic infantry. Here we are. You can put any level piece into your core item, so all 6 levels of pieces are displayed. It's interesting to note that it does change quite a lot between levels. So for example, at level 1, the best piece for strategic infantry is a mortality piece, but as you go up through levels, we can see by the time you get to level 6, mortality is no longer on the pieces list. And if you want to know where you can find a particular item, normally clicking on an item will show you where you can find it. So for example, if I decided I wanted to get hold of a prosthetic leg, just click on it, and here is the prosthetic leg core page. I can see here where to find snow infantry, so I can probably find this by opening some snow infantry chests. And we can indeed confirm that this piece is really rather good for strategic infantry. Look at that boost, combined with the strategic health boost as well. So there we have it. Hope you enjoy the tool, and as always, please let me know any feedback, comments or requests in the comments section as usual. Thanks very much.